Have you ever seen your father argue with your mother? Acting tough, raising his voice saying, "This time, I'm not giving in." And then the next morning, he's suddenly quiet, smiling, and carrying her groceries. Have you ever seen them fight like it's World War III, only for him to crawl back the next day like nothing ever happened? Gentlemen, that's not magic. That's not negotiation. That's the power of pussy, undefeated since the beginning of time. The hidden sexual power women have over men. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how strong, confident, or sure a man is, he sometimes finds himself powerless around a woman he desires? It's not about money. It's not about looks. It's not even about charm. It's something far older, far deeper, a force so subtle yet so powerful, it can make the strongest men change their minds, bend their rules, and do things they never imagined. Women have a sexual power that men often underestimate. When a woman knows what she wants and uses her instincts, a man can become like putty in her hands. And yet, the fascinating part, it's not about manipulation in the usual sense. It's a natural dynamic rooted in biology, psychology, and desire. A dance as old as humanity itself. If you're a man who wants to understand this, not fall victim to it, and learn to control your own desires, then pay close attention, because what comes next might shock you. Why men are often slaves to their desires and how to control them. Men are often seen as the more sexual gender, the ones driven by desire, constantly chasing, always wanting more. And it's true, biology isn't lying. But here's the problem. This intense drive can make men predictable, vulnerable, and easily influenced. A man who can't control his urges is a man who can be taken advantage of, consciously or unconsciously, by women who understand this power. Controlling your sexual energy isn't about denying yourself pleasure. It's about keeping your mind sharp, your decisions clear, and your power intact. It's the difference between being a man who enjoys intimacy on his terms and a man who is swept away by the moment. Later in this video, we'll dive into why women sometimes demand so much in the heat of the moment and how understanding this can keep you in control instead of losing yourself in desire. How women can use desire to get what they want. There's a hidden truth many men never see. During moments of intense desire, some women know exactly how to get what they want. Not just attention, not just affection. Sometimes they make requests that were never granted before. A necklace, a handbag, a favor, or even a promise. And in that very moment, the man is too caught up in pleasure to say no. It's almost as if she becomes a robot on a mission. Every touch, every word, every smile perfectly timed to achieve her goal. The man, overwhelmed by desire, often follows along without realizing he's being guided. Understanding this doesn't mean stopping intimacy. It means staying aware, keeping control of your mind and your choices, even when every instinct is pulling you in. Why successful men still fall to women's power? Think about it. Men build empires, run companies, fight wars, and change history. But in the presence of a woman they deeply desire, all that strength can vanish in seconds. Why? Because success in the outside world doesn't prepare you for the inner battle with your own desire. A man can conquer markets, but if he cannot conquer himself, he becomes easy to sway. This is why you've seen powerful men, kings, leaders, businessmen, risk everything for a woman. Not because they were weak in life, but because they were weak in desire. The real strength of a man isn't just money, muscles, or status. It's the ability to stay in control when desire is trying to control him. The story of Samson and Delilah, how desire can destroy a man. Samson was no ordinary man. He was a warrior blessed with supernatural strength, strong enough to tear apart a lion with his bare hands, powerful enough to defeat dozens of enemies in battle. For years, no one could stand against him. But then came Delilah. She didn't face him with swords or armies. She used something far more powerful: seduction. She asked, she begged, she played with his emotions until he revealed his deepest secret. His strength was tied to his long hair. The moment he trusted her with that truth, his fate was sealed. While he slept in her lap, she cut his hair. His strength vanished. His enemies captured him, blinded him, and chained him like a slave. The strongest man of his time wasn't defeated by warriors. He was defeated by his own desire. Bill Clinton, when desire almost brought down a president. Bill Clinton wasn't just any man. He was the President of the United States, the most powerful office in the world. He had influence, wealth, and global respect. But even from that position of power, he was not immune to desire. His secret relationship with Monica Lewinsky, a young White House intern, shook the entire nation. The scandal dominated the media, nearly destroyed his presidency, and left a permanent stain on his legacy. Think about it. One of the most powerful men on earth risked everything: his career, his reputation, his family, for a few moments of pleasure. It proved a timeless truth. No matter how high a man rises, if he cannot control his desire will control and destroy him. How desire can derail a man's life. When a man lets desire take control, it doesn't stay in the bedroom. It spills over into his decisions, his career, and his life. A man who chases every craving, who gives in to every temptation, may find himself losing focus at work, making bad investments, ignoring his long-term goals, damaging relationships that truly matter. History is full of men who had everything: wealth, power, talent, yet failed because they let lust cloud their judgment. The lesson is clear: pleasure without control leads to regret, loss, and sometimes total failure. Abundance protects you from being used. A man who understands abundance, that he has options in life, love, and opportunity, is never easily trapped. If a woman tries to manipulate him through desire or attachment, he can step back without fear. Why? Because he knows he has other options, other paths, other opportunities waiting. Love doesn't have to blind you. Don't let attachment make you forget reality. A man with abundance sees clearly. If she tries to use him, he can walk away without losing anything. Remember, scarcity of options makes a man vulnerable. Abundance makes him untouchable. Desire is a force older than time, stronger than logic, and capable of bending even the strongest men. But here's the secret most men ignore. Your power lies in control. Control your desires, maintain your abundance, and see reality clearly. And no temptation, no manipulation, no woman can take your life or your success from you. Your future is in your hands. The choice is yours. Be a puppet of desire or master of your destiny. If you want more insights into human behavior, relationships, and the psychology of attraction, subscribe now and stay ahead of the game.